Hey there, it is Fern, and in this video I'm going to tell you what to do if your dog likes to bark out the window at everything passing by. Ruff. Alright, so you got a cute little dog, but he's got a big mouth. Doesn't have to be a little dog, those big guys can have big mouths too. And every time someone walks by your house, with or without a dog, maybe both, he goes nuts and barks like crazy and drives you crazy. So what are we going to do about that? So before we treat it or discuss how we're going to treat it, let's first go over why your dog is doing that. So here's your dog, and he's kind of looking outside, seeing what's going on, okay? And then here comes a person, hello, comes walking by your house. This guy sees him and reacts like crazy. So from your dog's point of view, here comes some strange looking guy, and this guy is strange, going towards your property, your house, and he's yelling, letting everyone know, here comes a stranger towards our house, or here comes somebody here. They're doing what dogs are supposed to do. They're alerting us that someone is coming. That's one of the first reasons we domesticated dogs. So they're just doing their job. But what happens is, so this person is just walking by because they just happen to be taking their dog for a walk, or maybe just going to their car or whatever. So they just walk by and your dog is barking like crazy, and the person goes to wherever they're gonna go. Now your dog thinks, I did that. The person was coming towards our house, I barked like crazy, and he left. I scared him away. That's my job. You are welcome. So your dog thinks he's doing the right thing, and it is rewarded every time someone goes by, because your dog thinks he is responsible for that. So the more it happens, the more that becomes reinforced, the more it is rewarded, and whatever you reward will be repeated. This is a very difficult thing to treat, because to treat it, what I need to do is, here's your dog, here comes the person, your dog reacts, I need this person to stop, say stay right there. I need to work with my dog to get him calm. Typically that would be if the window is here and he's barking out the window, what I would do is get right in front of him and just move him back from the window. Not saying much, just getting in his space, kind of saying that, hey, you don't have access to the window anymore, and you're going to move him back. And once the visual is kind of gone, you know, you're breaking eye contact, hopefully you can get him to settle. Once he settles, then the person can go by, and even if he began in a reactive state of mind, he actually will end in a non-reactive state of mind, and hopefully that is where he'll generalize and start to pick up where he left off the next time this happens. As you can see, it is a very difficult thing to address, because I don't always have the ability to control the people outside. They're going to do what they do. So even if I go and I get volunteers and I work with the dog for an hour, and you know, we get this to happen and everything, what happens tomorrow when the dog barks at 5 people who walk by and I can't control them, and he's rewarded? That's 5 steps back. So in the real world, it is almost impossible to address. So we have to, whatever we can't treat, we have to try to manage. So the way to manage it is we got to remove access to the windows, close the drapes, bring the dog somewhere else, at least during high traffic times, so we're not doing constant repetitions. And even if the barking isn't driving you crazy, but I know it is, you know, there's a bigger problem that may be happening, because what happens is your dog is starting to generalize. The more repetitions, the more consistency is done with a stimulus, a person or a dog, the more he reacts out the window, the more that becomes his association to that stimulus. Then you go out on your walks, he starts to react more because he's so used to doing it already. And it starts to bleed into your walks, and then all of a sudden you have a dog reactive dog. And it started harmlessly enough because he was just yelling at people out the window. So it can snowball very quickly, so it's something that I think we need to manage, because it's hard to treat it. So in this situation, we'd probably side a lot more towards management. The other thing you can do is start really getting a good recall with your dog. So even if he's going crazy at the window, hopefully if it's not too crazy of a stimulus, the person's not too close, we can call him and bring him out of it. All right? I hope that helps. Let's get the quiet back in our house. So figure out ways to manage it. If you can treat it, do it. But let's work with it so we don't get dog reactive dogs. All right? Sounds good. Cool. I'll see you next time. Woof.